Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here today to bring the review for Kill Blue Manga Chapter 6. So we find out what exactly this way for Ogami to get his adult body back. And it's just so unrealistic. It makes you wonder why it was even mentioned. Because once we find out this whole way that he can get his body back, it's kind of it's very disappointing, and it kind of because it made it because like I said, like why would you even mention it? It's just so unrealistic. Why would you even mention it? Last chapter set up hope for the series to move forward, for it to be potentially be taken away within this chapter. So, and it just for it to work, it's a very long term plan because, like if you've read the chapter, it's marriage. It's marriage. It's basically him saying that he's basically saying he doesn't have a son, so therefore whoever marries his daughter will inherit his company once he dies. And long term, if I'm not mistaken, middle schoolers within this chapter, so any marriage to take place wouldn't be happening for many years. And you also got to factor in that daddy's got to die before he inherits the company. And that made me think, alright, cool, he's an assassin, legendary assassin. He could kill him. He could kill him, but then again, you'd have to do it in a way that makes it seem like it's him. He's got to keep the heat off of him in order to inherit the company, and all eyes would kind of be on him if he was to just suddenly die because, yeah, so you get my point. So very long-term plan. So we find out as the chapter goes on that this was announced in the news by Daddy himself, and it kind of made me wonder, alright, cool, why would you do that? It's kind of a stupid move. You don't really hear that kind of thing being announced in the news, at least not to my knowledge. So it was a very stupid plan on my part, and I was thinking, why would you do that? I can't come up with nothing, no reason. But we see the effect that it is having on his daughter. Already, she was very popular with the male species, with boys in general. But this being put out there has brought out more men into the framework. These money hungry guys out there trying to get that money, trying to chasing the bag, basically. So it has not been very favorable for the daughter of this news being put out there. Very much so that it has made a whole load of people join the Home Ec Club just to be more closer to her. And now this has led to her doing something that is done within real life, boy and girl, where you have you have too many for your liking, people on your back, so you do the one thing that you can do, pretend to have a partner. So she's essentially done this in this chapter, and she chose Ogami to be that partner, obviously. So this has shocked many people by the end of the chapter, even shocking him. Will they believe it? We'll only find out within the next chapter. But I have noticed that this possibly gives Ogami a backdoor way into the family, so he can get closer to the family, so that he can possibly find out the answers he needs about why this wasp was able to turn him into a kid. So this potentially may be a good thing going forward, but we'll just have to see how that finds out. Because basically, what I feel like is if in order for it to become believable, they're gonna have to start doing more relationship kind of things together, and that might involve going over to her house where she'll finally meet the parents. And while he's at the house, he might be able to sneak around the house, maybe look through some files that might be in the house, that kind of thing. That's why I say it's a kind of a backdoor way in for the story to progress further, but it might not be that way. We'll have to see as things go along. I'm going to give this chapter a 2-star rating. It was a very much just a normal, it was a casual read, very slice of life kind of thing with potential for the story to move forward. So I'm going to give it a 2-star rating. And of course, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.